Oh, no, that's the wrong one, actually. Keeping it.
Oh, it's super choppy.
Keeping it. Is it really?
Yeah, it's choppy again.
Ah, why do you hate me, Twitch? Maybe it'll get better if I give it a second. Actually, you know what? I know what might help this. Actually, I can assist this process somewhat. Hold on, I got this. Here we go. I'm gonna make this a really easy process for everybody here by closing down things. Thanks for testing that, Vermin. I appreciate you. I wonder why it does this, and it feels like it's only on this. Maybe it's because we have so many things in the overlay, possibly. I don't know. I'll figure that out. You know what helped last time? Last time, if I just did the... Give it like a couple seconds, tell me if it's any better.
Yeah, it's
every time.
Way better.
It feels like every time I end stream and then redo it, you know what? Not important. Back to the monologue. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending upon time zone. Ladies and gentlemen, all those in between and beyond that binary of the internet, welcome back to Neon Lights Roleplay. More specifically, welcome back to With the Will. I am your host for the duration of the stream, Young Foxy, and I have around with me 4 Digi-destined and their lovely partner Digimon, ready to delve back into the digital world. So please, before I go any further, let's go around the horn, starting from the... Let's go from the right this time, and then swinging all around around clockwise. So starting over on my right there, please tell me who you are, who you're playing today, and who's your new partner Digimon you've recently met. Vermin, take it away.
OMG. What's up, everybody? I am Legendary Vermin. You can find me all over the internet as Legendary Vermin. Today, I am playing Artie. He's our resident little butt and jerk face, but with a heart of gold? Question mark.
Possibly fool's gold?
But maybe some pyrite. We'll find out. But yeah, he is just met his partner Digimon, and his partner Digimon is Jellymon. Jellymon kind of looks like a jellyfish sometimes, but all of a sudden can just like, ploop, and then suddenly there's a person underneath a jellyfish-looking hat thing. It's pretty cool.
Proving once and for all that under every jellyfish is a person if you try hard enough.
Exactly.
Keeping
the myth proved.
There
The
it is.
very common belief about jellyfish.
There it is. Myth
been
busted.
Made busted.
There it is. Moving along in the clockwise order, swinging over to Glyza. How you doing?
Hey, I'm Glyza. I go by they, them. I am a person of many hats. I'm a podcast host, I'm a writer, a variety streamer, a talk show of a host called Trial Run, and also a TTRPG personality. Hey! Today I am going to be playing... oh gosh, I got distracted. Today I'll be playing Kian! A gamer person!
A gamer.
Basically, whoever it is that I am currently right now is what Kian is. Kian's fine. He's there alright. Their Animon, or their Digimon, is they met Doromon, who is very curious about a lot of things, I guess.
Mostly.
So that's fine. I'm gonna be fine. We're all gonna be fine.
Here's hoping.
It's great.
Keeping it sliding right along to the bottom of your screen is the incomparable J.N. Akers.
Hello, my name is I'm Jay Akers. I go by he, him, and I am playing Scarlet, who goes by she, her. And my Digimon is Terriermon, which is this.
Look at that cute little shit. Look at him. Yeah. Look at him.
He's already proven that he probably has a personality that kind of conflicts with Scarlet, so that's going to be fun to get to know him. So
we love a little character growth around here. Speaking of character growth, not joining us for the evening today as they are sleeping from having traveled for 6 hours is the incomparable Spree, playing the lovely Foxfire, almost the next characters there, and their partner Renamon, who we will see what they're up to today in just a bit. But of course, last but anything but least, Corndog McGraw.
Yee, it's me, Corndog. I am not muted. Hell yeah, I did it right. I am playing Isabella Fuchs? Fox? Who knows? Who cares? Nobody knows. and she is partnered with the lovely Lalamon. And we are doing our very best. And sometimes we're nervous about it.
You know what? And in the end, as long as you're adorable in your nervousness, I think it all works out. Isn't that how, like, the principle holds up? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right? Okay. And
yeah, if you're gonna be nervous, you better be cute about it.
exactly. That's the rule. That's the rule. If you're gonna be nervous, be cute about it. Having said that, these 4, I guess 5, cute, lovely adventurers found themselves last time ripped out of their normal everyday lives and dropped, for lack of better terminology, into, well, a new world. A digital world, it turns out. Surrounded by a group of their Discord friends who they've hung out with for a couple years now, playing various video games. We now see them, gathered together here in this new, strange world, surrounded by digital creatures who claim to be their best friends, and seemingly already knew their names. Brief introductions aside, the crew traveled together for a while until they came across a rampaging Tyrannomon, a giant black and red T-Rex monster that, despite their Digimon's initial suppositions, charged them. The fight was quick, and thankfully, through some quick thinking on the parts of their partners, they were able to, bring down this rampaging beast and clear its head. Tyrannomon let him know that he encountered a strange black spire. Something that changed, if not corrupted him somewhat, made him not able to think straight. However, that explanation had to be cut short, as Tyrannomon, like the party had earlier, recognized a billowing pyre of smoke coming from what their partners knew was a nearby village. And with very few words else, the party climbed aboard their new Tyrannomon Express, who took off sprinting towards the village. Before we check right back in on our lovely adventurers, allow me to do something else real quick. Everything had been on fire for quite some time by now. Buildings around are torched, scarred, and damaged. Pieces of data exposed and reeking raw code into the atmosphere. Digimon are scattering, running, and screaming in every direction still. There is lumbering footsteps still piling on and on in the distance. Wings beating high and moving huge gusts of air with every second. This was peaceful just earlier today. And now it is a nightmare zone. The young creature sits head down, small brown body tucked into itself almost. Small vestigial hands cover 2 large ears, tipped with pink at the end. Their eyes are shut, and they stare at the ground. It'll go away soon. It'll go away soon. Just stay right here. It'll go away soon. It'll go away soon. He'll find me. He'll find me. It'll go away soon. Just don't move. Just don't move. As the lumbering continues, and the village burns all around the small Lopmon. After about roughly an hour or so, it's hard to keep time when you're rumbling up and down a few inches every several seconds, of thundering along with Tyrannomon, you all recognize that day and night don't quite work the same way they do on Earth here. It's almost like a switch. There's like a decided phases. It's pretty decidedly, afternoon, and then it's like almost instantly mid-twilight, and then kind of dusk, and then it's dark. It's not like a degrading, it's just like almost like on beat every couple of hours. And so as you kind of and realize it's dark, you suddenly recognize that despite not being on Earth, the mechanics of exhaustion, hunger, and sleep still work just the same here. You're all feeling pretty tuckered out, turns out. Thankfully, the data meadows kind of broke off into a decent, almost open plain. There's a few, maybe quarter of a day's travel between y'all and the village still. Y'all can see the fires blazing, and y'all could, in theory, just keep going if you really, really want to. you know for a fact arriving there you wouldn't be at full effectiveness. In fact, even your partner's starting to look a little tuckered out. Art, Jellymon, who was previously like literally like hanging on by tendril and just like riding this wave, is now kind of like slumped onto Tyrannomon's head, and it's kind of like, oh man. So I think we're gonna pull in on all you who are, I'm gonna say probably still on Tyrannomon, but are probably leaning in on you all making this decision. So
I have a quick question first.
go.
You were talking about how like the mechanics of like the how time works.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like every couple of hours, like our time, that it seems like we've like spanned like a whole like an additional day, or does it actually feel like that much time has passed?
If you really, really think about it, it doesn't line up perfectly. Like, it doesn't feel like a full 24-hour cycle, you're pretty sure. But it's close enough that if you aren't actively thinking about what time of day it should be, it probably won't hurt your brain to just accept that it's whatever time it looks like up in the sky.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Doromon and I'm going to see how Doromon is feeling.
Doromon, who was kind of tail wrapped around you, you can see the tail's kind of like slumped a bit, Kian, and he actually is like tipped his shoulder, or a head, on, like his head over on your shoulder, is kind of just like, I'm okay.
Do you think? Are you sure? I think we can stop and rest for a little bit.
I sure wouldn't mind a rest, but only if you're sure. You do got a place to be.
I feel like everybody here would like to have a rest. I mean, what I know is that a long rest, will give us a lot of like better benefits for when we actually need to fight. If D&D has taught me anything, if playing this game has taught me anything, we all deserve a long rest.
We have. They are right. But we don't even really have the supplies to rest. We need. Feels like it's been days since we've ate.
Tyrannomon,
Right.
you know anywhere to grub up some food?
Tyrannomon, who has kind of still been like, you can tell his stride's definitely slow, but he's still kind of trudging along, just kind of rumbles to a stop. Yeah, there's a good meadow not too far down.
We're gonna call it for tonight. And he like unattaches Jellymon and like
As a wet slap, just
kind of knots the tentacles into like a loose square knot, and is now like slung Jellymon over his shoulder.
a sleepy Jellymon just goes, "Hey, that's unnecessary." Terriermon, who was also still up on the nose of Tyrannomon, just kind of hops up. What are you all talking about, Sleepy? I'm ready to keep going, right? Oh, gravity is weird. And flops back onto the nose. Yeah, I can rest.
The meadow.
Tyrannomon just shrugs, jostling you a little bit, turns and stomps off a little. The meadow is a pretty... It's a genuinely, like, it's strange that it's almost like... Clearings in normal forests are just kind of like almost random, awkward, oblong shapes where trees just kind of didn't grow, where there's, rocks and other things instead. In this forest of trees, it's almost like every meadow you pass is a perfectly cookie-cut circle in the forest where there just are no trees. There just is, like, some grass and some rocks and some nice bushes. And this one in particular is pretty small. Like, there's enough room for all of you and just about Tyrannomon to fit in here comfortably without, like, being at the tree line. But, it's cozy. It's cozy. Tyrannomon kind of takes the initiative, and literally as you're all kind of settling down off of him, you notice there's a collection of bushes at, like, the rim of the meadow, almost like if someone was drawing a map for an RPG and just was kind of like lazy, like, I need some bushes here. Okay, cool, got them. Like me on a Saturday before my D&D sessions. Anyway, but in those meadows, in those bushes, you'll find just collections of. The collections themselves are as big as about like an apple or a large mango, but they're just individual berries. Various different colors, this one is like all blue, one is all purple, one is all red, one is all yellow, all kinds of different colors. And your partners go at them, just I'll start picking them off and like, sharing with each other. And like, Isabella, even Lalamon, who has been like nestled into you this whole time, just boop, hops down and little feet's on over and starts picking at some berries.
Are those safe for us to eat?
Lalamon picks one and just says, they should be, but I don't know.
Do they look like any plant life I, as a plant parent, would know about? I even have something right here that says I'm a proud plant parent.
I see that. Well,
so I feel like I deserve extra credit.
Yeah, definitely. Specifically with that, I'll give you. Can you give me a what's it? Logic, I think it is for humans, for people, or not logic. What's the trait? What do y'all? Brain. No, brain isn't brain.
No, it's logic.
Yeah,
y'all, you had it right the first time.
See, look at me.
My bad.
Look at me getting it right.
I was not looking at it properly.
It's okay. You're fine. Give me a quick little logic, John.
This sheet is all full of numbers.
Stupid.
Well, I should die in there for being a plant mom. You gave me the vase. I can't deny that. It's right.
I got 2 4s and a 2.
That's 2 successes. So the berry you're looking at looks like a perfectly round sphere, like a perfectly round, off purplish sphere. It's when Lalamon rolls it around, you can see like. I can't describe it as anything else, but literally what looks like the texture of what would be the stem of a blueberry almost, just kind of plastered across the top. But it's still a perfectly round sphere. It looks like a blueberry, though.
I'll go crouch down to Lalamon, sniff it, and then take the smallest bite out of it.
Upon sniff, it... Upon sniff, it doesn't really have much of a smell. I don't know, maybe a slight blueberry, tinge to it. Not really. You nip into it, and the single bite is like you ate a whole berry, like a whole blueberry. Like, it doesn't feel like a whole blueberry is in your mouth, but when you swallow, you feel like, I just ate a whole blueberry. I could have another.
It's like elven bread.
I mean, kind of, sort of, yeah.
I will eat the whole berry.
It's weird to think of eating blueberries as an entire meal without, like, getting sick. This feels like that without the getting sick part. Like, you just took in a whole berry, like a whole meal of berries, but you're like, I am satisfied off of blueberries entirely. I feel... good, like a full meal, but the meal was just blueberries somehow.
It's like pie, everyone, but without the crust. All at once. A whole pie.
I don't think she's well.
Scarlett's gonna look a little bit like unsure, but then seeing the Digimon eat it and Isabel hasn't fallen over dead already, so Scarlett's gonna walk over and then try. There's the one you said they're all different colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would there be one that looks like a strawberry?
Yep.
Okay,
perfectly circled, dark red, got little pips on it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll pick up one of those and take a bite out of that.
It is the exact same experience. It is like you ate an entire meal of just strawberries.
What other colors are there?
Tell me.
I'm looking for specifically mango colored.
It's there. Whatever you need.
I'm gonna get that one because I love mangoes and I'm gonna eat it.
You pull a whole. Again, these things come in like bushels that are like hand size. You pull one down, and as you grab one, you see 2 small little purple hands below, and you look down. It's Doraemon just Oh, those are my favorite.
Here, and I give Doraemon one, and
He
I
takes like
grab
2 or
another
3
one.
and just oh boy.
You eat a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I eat a lot too.
How many of these berries did all the Digimon eat?
Depending on the Digimon, Lalamon is still kind of nibbling on the one right now. Renamon's kind of like has about 3 or 4 between fingers and it's kind of like just, picking one at a time very kind of slowly. Doraemon again just has like a face full of a good couple of them. Terriermon's definitely got like a handful and is like working his way through them while looking over at Doraemon. He's got a look on his face like he's maybe about to get a bit queasy though.
Don't push yourself.
Jellymon, on the other hand, has kind of like reached up and sapped down like some from like higher up on like the kind of like underbrush above the bushes, kind of like pulled down like 2 bushels. One is like bright green, almost like a lime green apple, and the other one is it's kind of yellow. You think either lemon or banana or pineapple. Really hard to tell unless you're holding it. But Jellymon's gonna already like picking at their one and like
Which one's better?
Jellymon picks one, picks both, pops them. This one, holding up the lime green one.
Yeah, Artie takes a lime green one, and he takes a nibble.
It's weird. It's almost like if someone was making a list of these, they got kind of bored halfway through and said, you know what, this one is both a lime and an apple simultaneously. It's weird. It's a really weird zest to it, but it's not bad, I think, maybe.
What in the... And he'll finish it off.
Tyrannomon, who is kind of like borne down his snout near all of you, you all hear a huge crash from behind as you're too busy enjoying all these bushes. You realize that Tyrannomon has brought down about 2 or 3 trees and has kind of formed them into a rough sort of yurt, basically, wherein you all can maybe possibly get some rest. He's already padding over it with bushes and trees and leaves to kind of make it more covered. And he brings his snout down around you and just says, Digimon from all across the meadows come around here. These bushes provide meals for whole villages, whole families. No one fights when they come here. They just eat.
How common are the bushes?
There's a few in different parts of the world, but they're rare.
Artie will take out his pocket knife and like pull a couple of extra branches for the road.
Tyrannomon, almost weirdly kind of sagely, given his seemingly oafish nature, just says, the bush only asks that anything you give, you leave something in kind.
Do these... I look back down at my fruit. Doesn't seem to be any seeds in it.
In the actual fruit itself, no. But where you pulled off that small little bud, there's a small little glowing, it's almost like a crystalline shard, just kind of sitting there, faintly glowing in the spot where you pulled the bud from.
I look over to Isabel. These don't have any seeds, but I found this crystalline shard. What do you think?
What do I think?
It's a seed, no question.
It's a seed. Well, some seeds are edible. We could try planting it, but then we'd have to know its hydration, what it needs for fertilizer, and kind of its natural ecosystem, because you don't want it to be a plant that all of a sudden starts engaging
grew
in predatory...
here. You can probably just put it in the ground.
Terriermon says, yep, hops up and snatches the small little pod out of Scarlet's hand and just paps it into the dirt and then steps on it with his foot a couple times, steps back and just says, wait for it. And about 7 seconds later, boom, whole bush. With the fruit.
I'm gonna go grab a couple of those things of the seeds and just put it in my pocket for like later.
Same.
Wait,
That's
hold
a
on.
lot.
if this is how they grow, why they were?
Tyrannomon just says, the strange thing is, if you plant them anywhere but in those special spots, they don't grow.
Are there other special spots that aren't here?
In the digital world? Yeah. None nearby,
Sweet.
though.
It's fine. I'm just gonna make sure I have a pot just in case
Well,
we get stuck somewhere where there's a special spot.
You digging into your pocket
Deals.
right now, Kian?
Huh?
You're digging into your pocket right now?
No, I'm putting it in my pocket. So yeah, I'm digging around my pockets.
And Artie, you're doing the same. You did the same a bit ago. You pulled off like a branch, right? What are you doing with that branch? You got like a bag you put it in, or what?
I mean, I got a kangaroo pocket.
Cool. You got a kangaroo pocket?
I would you would all see that Scarlet does actually have like a tote bag where she has a change of clothes in. So like we do have a bag if you want to store stuff in the for the entire party.
So before we get to that, real quick, as you're all looking, Kian, as you're digging in your pocket, Artie, as you're shoving your hand in your kangaroo pocket to store like the small little branch, Scarlet, as you're opening your bag to put stuff in, and Isabella, as you're looking at the small little part of your kind of like gown where Lalamon hopped down from your dress, you can see. Well, I imagine you aren't looking in your pocket right now, Isabella, so you would see it from the outside. What looks like a glowing screen, and that's not where you put your phone. The rest of you who are all either looking in or feeling in your gear, you feel something there, a device that's you're pretty sure you didn't put there.
What?
Is it like our phones turned into these things, or is
No.
it like in addition?
Your phone is still wherever you feel like you put it at.
Okay.
Anybody pulling theirs out?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if it's glowing.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck is that?
As you all,
It's like, wow, it's like finding $5 in your pocket, but apparently I
What is
left a
this
Game Boy in there.
machinery?
as you reach in and pull out, you are each holding a strange new device. It's slightly longer than your phones were, just about. It has a greenish screen up at the front with lines of blue and an off kind of dull pink framing it. The words DIGI sit in like a digital font up at the top. Under the screen is a sort of panel that you can tell flips open, showing a small keyboard that when you hold it sideways you can type on. And another screen up on the front which has this little symbol on it. It looks like almost like a paw, like a reptilian paw almost, with three kind of claws coming out of it. And then there's a small little button on the bottom beneath where the thing pops out. As you each grab this device, it hums a little, just kind of reverberates, just slightly, in the way that feels, for lack of a better word, personal. Like it rattles inside of you a little.
Do you guys feel that?
Ormon, what is this?
I don't know.
Cool. You don't know what this is. I'm gonna play around with it. I'm gonna look
Yeah,
at
same.
Okay.
Just
And
like
just, like-
immediately, not even consulting with Jellymon, just like,
just be like,
Anybody else playing around with their things?
I will. I am on another level right now.
You got it.
Just like I've heard 7 innuendos and I'm laughing over here
I'm
to myself
so
the
proud of
entire
you.
time. Yeah, I'm playing with it.
Scarlett, how about you? Oh, Scarlett, how about you? Are you experimenting
Scarlett,
with this
just
new
whipping
device?
it out and playing around with it in public.
Yeah.
and just whip it out.
Stop!
Pull it out of my pocket.
Stop!
Be like making sure.
Okay, so
Shake it around a little bit.
I hate you.
I walk over-
Metatextual crudeness.
I walk over to Terriamon, and do you know what this is?
Nope, never seen it before. Looks weird though. He says and like tries to reach for it.
I don't let him take it away from me, but I let him put his paw on it.
He puts his paw on it. Nothing happens save for a faint glow comes up on the screen. Only for a half second, just quick little... And it's staticky on the screen. It's very hard to make out. But for the brief second when Terriermon touches it, you can almost see a weird symbol you can't really make out for a half second. And then it's gone. It's decidedly not that paw-like symbol on your inner screen. It's another one.
Huh.
Okay. I'm looking for the camera function.
You find it, actually. Turns out, this thing has some basic utilities. It can be a camera, a flashlight, a compass. You don't necessarily know how the directions align here, but it seems like if you're thinking hard enough about a place you know where it is, a place you've been to, which, for example, you kind of like think roughly about, like, oh, the meadow, back where we came, the meadow. It kind of like aligns itself to that and points itself in that direction. So it has some basic utility functions like that.
I'm gonna try and send a text message.
What do you want to say? And to who?
I'm gonna try and send one to Artie, and just be like, "Yo."
Ba-doop. Artie, you get a small little pop-up on the bottom of your screen. It just says Kian. And similarly, there's like a weird kind of like glitch effect right next to their name that looks like there's supposed to be some kind of symbol there, but it's too distorted to make out. Yo.
Jellymon, idiot, come over here.
Hey!
Flips. gets it into, like, I imagine it doesn't have a selfie mode because it's like, that's like the energy.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get like an arm reach selfie.
Yeah. Just all the way around your arm a couple times, just...
And then, try to send that back.
Boop! Goes right there.
I try and then find
Cool.
the settings menu.
You go looking for the settings, and you find a couple things, interestingly enough. One, you find it has a sort of menu of functions, which look like small symbols, some of which aren't, like, uncrossed yet. So you can see, like, the basic utility functions you already have. You know, like the light and the compass, things like that. You also see, like, your contacts lists. You also see a symbol that looks kind of like a binder of pages with several, like, rings in between them. When you tap on that, it's mostly just a list of question marked and numbers. As you scroll through, there are a couple entries that are filled out. You see Jellymon, Lalamon, Tyrannomon, Doramon, Renamon, and Terriermon.
Hey everyone. I found what I can only describe as like a Pokédex.
Oh, that's right. Pokemon is real in our
Yeah,
world.
Pokemon's
Yeah,
real.
That's right.
That's
right.
real. That happened.
Pokemon is a thing.
We established that.
I feel like we're gonna step on that every episode like a rake.
At
and be like,
least
oh,
once.
yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Pokemon's real.
No, Pokemon, that's right. Pokedex, of
Oh,
course.
that's so good.
I like how we all went, wait a minute. That's not what I signed up for in that brief, like, half second of,
Hold on.
what?
Amazing.
Hold on, who?
Foxy, what are you doing?
There are like several pictures on Artie's Digivice of Scarlet explaining that, but invariably all of them are like,
Wait, oh, what?
They're all just like
they're
making,
all
like,
they're
the
all
awkward
like
half talking
you
face.
making terrible faces. Yeah, if you've ever seen My Name Is Earl, it's like your like eyes are like half open in each of the pictures. They're optimally bad.
Amazing.
Excellent.
Love that. So
You're the
then,
worst.
as you're all sitting off in all this, you notice that, well, Foxfire must have walked off at some point. They're just gone.
I got this. And Artie's gonna open the compass and be like, take me to Foxfire.
The compass spins for a couple seconds and eventually aligns itself and points off in a direction. Seems like it goes a little bit deeper into like the actual tree cover. And as you're, looking like, it's over there, there's a quick like haze of speed lines in front of you, and Renamon stands and just. She seemed bothered. Mayhap I should go and check on her.
I will send her a text message.
Mayhap you should.
I'm not sure what about that is amusing.
Sorry. And I'm just going to text.
I think my brother meant yes.
Renamon,
you actually came up with an excellent plan.
You do whatever you need to, Hamlet.
Renamon turns around and just says, I'm not getting the joke. Should I flay you open and find it? And flexes like their nail claws open in front of you, Art.
Chill out.
That was a joke. Closes the claws. Walks off.
I'm going to text Foxfire, and I'm going to say your best friend is hella cool, and also I hope you're okay and come back.
Similarly, Artie is texting is like, Renamon sucks. SUXCKS.
Amazing.
Gotta emphasize how
really
bad.
Put in how bad that is.
All caps and like 2 underscores surrounding it to really just be like,
Send that point home. Yep.
There's also a picture of Renamon, and I'm just imagining there's like a paint level like photo editor app, and like the message gets sent, and then shortly thereafter it's a picture of Renamon with like a poop next to him, and like angry eyebrows, and like a goofy open mouth, like painted on missiles.
Oh, it's so cute. I love that.
Yeah. At that joke, Scarlet doesn't really say anything, but she gets a little bit closer to Terriamon.
Terriamon's like... Sorry, go ahead, please.
No, I was just going to ask Doramon if he could do something like that.
Doramon...
Don't! Leave me alone!
Doramon picks up his hands and is like... Can't, boss.
That's okay, we'll find something else.
Jellymon can do it, and... He's gonna grab her by the head and just like pop her body out.
Just, hey, let's get ready for sleep. And it just like backs up inside the head. Renamon, who has gotten to the edge of the clearing now, just goes kind of like, again, speed lines, blurs, disappears, and you can all hear like around the clearing in the air just, if the morning comes and I have not returned, head for the village. I can bring her there.
Yeah, whatever, jerk.
I'm not going to say no to the Digimon that looks scary. So I'm going to just be like, sweet, good.
Doramon just kind of looks up and is like, you mean I'm not scary?
You're very scary. You're a very scary boy.
Artie is standing behind like...
Doramon kind of like puffs a little bit and a tiny little poop, like puff of flame out of his mouth, just... And then like kind of like...
Come here.
And he just jumps at you.
Ah!
He is heavy, so you probably collapse over.
I don't care.
Oh.
This is how I die. This is how I die.
Oh.
Hey, Artie.
Yes.
How many fruit are on those branches? You should probably plant all those seeds, so we're leaving just as much as we're taking.
Yeah, I'll start on that. And I imagine the scene right before sleep involves Artie like pulling one off the branch, grabbing the crystal, putting it in a pile, pulling one off the branch, grabbing the crystal, putting it in a pile, just like picking through all of the food and falling asleep in the middle of that.
Oh, too cute. Lalamon, before you all settle in, just kind of like waddle back over towards Isabella and just, it is quite late. We should probably get some sleep.
We should.
And Lalamon kind of begins like waving their little arm up and down in the direction of like the sort of makeshift shelter. Just everyone say thank you to Renamon for making us a nice home, please. Thank you very much.
Was that
Thank you,
Renamon or
Tyrannomon.
Tyrannomon?
Thank you,
Tyrannomon.
Tyrannomon.
Hey, sir.
There's a as Tyrannomon is already unconscious.
Do you want to make a fire?
Tyrannomon breathes out again, and a gathering of sort of like spare parts of branches from Artie's picking just goes up in flame.
Okay.
And so, if there's nothing else, I think you all tuck in calmly and quietly for the evening. You all settle in for what is effectively your first real night in this new world. And so I'd like to, in a sort of a bare moment, quickly go around the horn and just, as you're settling off to sleep right now, what are you thinking about? Where's your head at right now? And whoever feels comfortable picking up that horn first. Go right on ahead.
I'm finally thinking about the fact that I mean, I've been thinking about it on and off as we've been traveling, but it's hitting me that I'm not at home and I'm worried about what my parents are thinking, what my brother is doing, and I'm very worried about not being able to come back.
Please, keep going.
I think on kind of like a different note, Isabella's just kind of excited to be on her own adventure and like grateful that Artie's here. So there is like that sense of family being somewhere nearby, even if sometimes he's mean. So I'm just curled up with Lalamon, just like gently petting Lalamon's head as I'm like just dozing to sleep.
Mm-hmm. You all fall off comfortably. You fall off comfortably. I want to know who the other two though.
I imagine. Test.
Yeah, you're good.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're good. You're good.
Blusher.
I imagine that like Scarlet is sleeping kind of like fit not super well, kind of fitfully, and I imagine that if anyone's like staying up, falling asleep a little bit later, they would probably hear her kind of like talking to herself about David. And something about so, and then also it's like something about something being bullshit about like the military. Both of those two things in equal measure. Um, that's about where she's her headspace is right now.
Oh, I see.
Artie just keeps thinking to himself, man, goated healer 42069, he's gonna flip his fucking lid when he hears about this.
Can't wait to post this on the forums.
What a sucker.
Amazing. I think that actually might be a perfect spot for us to grab a quick break, actually. On that thought right there, that might be a great spot for us to transition out as we nod off with thoughts of family or home or responsibility or goated healer for 2069.
We're 2069!
That all said, darlings, we will be right back after a quick little break to let these lovelies stretch their legs and get some snacks and other things to fill themselves back up. You all should do the exact same, but please don't touch that browser or that dial, and we will be right back with more Digimon wholesomeness for your ears, your eyes, and other parts of your body. Love you so very much. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Season.
And we return as I now unmute myself on stream properly. Thank you. So, where we last left off, our adventurers rested for the night, discovering strange new devices, Digi-vices, if you will, that they will now carry with them on their adventures. What strange powers they will unlock can only be seen soon. In that vein, the morning came, as everything else came, on its perfect, hourly, ticked-over cycle. Boop. It's suddenly bright. Scarlet, you in particular have to immediately deal with a couple pound weight landing on your chest and then bounding back up and landing on your chest and bounding back up. Morning! 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 Oh, you're up! I've been up for 20 minutes!
Wait, you've been bouncing like this for 20 minutes?
You sleep hard.
He gets up and then just like puts a hand to her chest because that's not great.
Hey,
then...
I'm not that fat.
Did you sleep okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Hungry though.
Well, still got the berry bushes.
Yep. And he kind of immediately goes and reaches over into your bag and like digs in to pick a berry out. The rest of you awaken decently similarly. Your partner's bothering you out of your sleep and or calmly awaking with you in some cases. Your sleep was mostly restful, as much as you needed it to be.
Right. I just want to throw out that both Jellymon and Artie are like, no, not yet.
Oh yeah, Jellymon literally is like, who is kind of like flopped out in their full like body. So it's like, oh, morning, just back up inside the head. Just, no, not yet, please. Rolls over.
Like, I try to cover my head with my hood. Jellymon crawls into the hood as well.
Adorable.
Doraemon and I are like sleeping, like all sprawled out, and like our mouths are both open, and we've been snoring all night.
Oh,
That's the kind of scene that you see with Kian and Doraemon.
Doraemon is kind of like rolling back and forth, their tail like swishing back and forth rapidly as they kind of sleep a little bit. Eventually, just It's morning. Kian, it's morning.
Oh, it's morning. I guess we have to get up now. Right? How are you feeling?
Awake. Ready to get to the village.
Yeah, let's do that. Where is Pteranodon?
You peek outside of the yurt, and there's a big old head sitting there with a big bright green eye staring at you. Morning, kids.
How are you feeling?
Better now that I got some sleep. You all roughed me up a bit yesterday.
Do you need some food too?
I already ate. You look over and there's a big divot in the ground where there was some bushes. There have been other bushes planted on like another side of it, but there's clearly a big divot in the ground where Tyrannomon just kind of chomped.
That's exactly where Artie takes the pile of seeds that is next to him and just kind of...
and you
stamp.
And again, just boop, 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 boop. It's full bush in a few moments.
That's really cool.
Nice.
Need to find more of these places.
And about
is why can't you do that at home?
I am currently walking with Lalamon to pass out people's berries, bringing them food. And I get to my brother, and I do not pass it gently. Instead, I just smash it into his chest as hard as I possibly can in an attempt to knock him over.
You push me directly into the bushes, and I fall in there. And I'm, hey, ow! Oh, what the?
I offer a hand to help. Do you need help?
And there's like a moment of thrashing. Yes.
Okay. And then I help him up.
Jelly
There
Mom
you
pops
go,
out of your
Artie.
hood. Just, what's the racket? I'm sleeping still.
If I have to be up, you have to be up.
Oh, and just like rolls.
No, it's the pop.
Oh, you're gonna pop. Yeah, picks up, pop, just like leisurely hanging. Just.
After everyone's ate, I do like a quick count of like how many berries we have took. About how many days of food do we have now?
I mean,
As you're doing that count, Artie just walks by. Enough. We have enough.
you counted easily a week or two before you got interrupted.
A week or two?
Yeah.
Okay.
According to my research.
Research.
According to my calculations. Okay, case. Besides making fun of nerds, you all look past where the tree cover lets up, and you can see in the distance. It's decidedly much more smoke and like ash than it was yesterday, where it felt like clearly like something was still burning. There is still ash, and you can still see pockets and groups of Digimon, faint, small little figures in the distance, gathered all around what looks like this central figure of this village, which looks like, well, it spent most of last night burning.
Oh no.
All right, off we get, I guess.
Tyrannomon's like, yep. Guess we'll come back for the Renamon and your friend later, yeah?
I think Renamon said that they'll just follow us over when we get there. So.
All right, then.
Artie will text, get on the Tyrannomon, loser, we're going shopping.
You notice that both you and Kian, your message, have not received replies.
Are they seen though?
They have been seen,
Have they been
yes.
seen? All right. Oh,
Oof.
he's just seening us.
I can't believe she's leaving us on red.
I know.
Right? Imagine getting ghosted by your Discord friend in the digital world. Sorry. Is that
There's like a moment of like, and then Artie is gonna elbow Keen and be like, guess we're just too handsome in real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jellymon?
Let's go.
Jellymon pipes up and just, huh?
Fist bump is like, I've never been able to do that in real life with you.
Yeah. And then we fist bump.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. I'm sorry. That made me really happy. Okay. Sorry, that just made me really happy. I love that. Sorry. So, yeah, Lalamon, who's again just kind of like scuttled over next to you, Isabella, is just like tugging on your pants leg. Are you ready to go?
I think
Bulma?
so.
Yeah.
Artie is going to be leaning off of one of Tyrannomon's, because he's got like spines on his back like a
Back spines.
stegosaur, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Having learned the lesson from yesterday, is going to be leaning down off of one, like offering a hand to Isabella. You ready? Come on.
I'm ready. It's kind of nice here. Climb on, and I'll grab onto my brother's hand, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for him to pull something. Like I'm trying to figure out
Nothing
if
is pulled. I mean, you're pulled. You're
Yes.
kind of yanked, but like no shenanigans. Just like,
Aw.
yeah, we're going.
Okay.
Everybody else climbing aboard, I assume?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Scarlet will offer Terramon a spot on her shoulder, but then she'll climb up.
He hops up, lands on your shoulder, kind of bounces there for a little bit. You can see him like fluff his ears out to kind of like keep his balance. And then he lands and you can easily climb up.
Yeah.
And with all 8 of you aboard, Tyrannomon just, all right, and like rears up a little bit and doof, 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 takes off sprinting again towards the village. You're no longer in the forest pretty immediately, and so you can immediately just see like a wide open hilly field of like rolling green hills. It almost looks like the Windows background from like Vista era, like, you know, like just rolling almost two perfect looking hills, like someone drew them.
Much nicer. I'm not getting bugs in my eyes today.
Do you have an extra one of those?
Nope.
Alright.
Kian, you feel a wet pop in amongst your face as Jellymon reaches down and just gotcha.
Thanks. I guess.
Imagine somebody looking through like her little tentacles.
I look through and
your
see?
eyes are just like look huge from the outside.
I love that.
Can I see through the tentacle?
Sure. Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Well,
Well,
but it would be like looking through fisheye lenses.
it's perfectly fine as long as, it'll be interesting.
Definitely that. You all thunder along. The hills are, again, just like wide and open, and you can see all manner of strange creatures you haven't really seen before. A few are these massive trio of bright red, almost like they're ignited birds of some kind, are flying in sort of a trio as they sail overhead above all three of you.
I bring out the Digivice, and I just go to the encyclopedia that I found and see how, like, I don't know, it seems like it has updated just as we've met them, so I just wait to see how long it takes to update.
Artie, you have your camera out. You got pictures, right?
Already is.
If you, so those two things kind of interact in a weird way. Artie, as you kind of pull out the like, oh wow, this is super cool, you kind of like put your camera over those kind of bird things, and like it kind of puts this all like kind of focused lens over it, like it's trying to focus in. But you can see like a small data click, like it feeds data into your device with a small bar. Once that bar fills up, you see a small little like symbol pop up with like that kind of creature on it, and then Scarlet, as you're looking at the encyclopedia, entry pops in. Boop, Bergermon, champion type.
Every time
like-
that dialogue comes up, Artie's like getting rid of it. That's
So,
like
like-
not paying attention. Swipe to dismiss.
Scarlet looks up, and then, like, I guess would see Audie, taking a picture. It's like, did you just take a picture of that? Of that bird?
Yeah, it was
It
rad.
It wasn't in the encyclopedia until you did.
It really is a Pokemon.
Bears.
I then look at the data, like what type of information does it tell me about Bergermon?
Mostly just basic things. You can tell that it says Bergermon, element fire, and level champion.
Okay. No, like, this isn't. It tells
Go
us
ahead.
like, it's telling me that it's like fire element.
Oh, shocker!
I'm gonna click on Doromon so I can Doromon,
Alright.
I'm gonna click on your name and I'm just gonna see what it says about you.
You actually get surprisingly more info on Doromon. You get Doromon, you get classification beast, element, it strangely says steel/fire, level, rookie. You get a level of information on like typical biomes where Doromon are found, including like the Dragon Mountains and like Skull Valley and the Data Meadows. You also get information on typical dietary habits, and then you see like a small little diagram that shows 4 kind of pictures, kind of. The first one is definitely Doromon. There's 3 other ones though that just you can't really make out. They're kind of fuzzy and hazy.
Doromon, are there more of you?
A lot of me. I see them all the time.
Cool. These other 3, what do these mean?
Doromon looks up. Huh. I don't know. Guess we'll find out, huh?
I guess so. Maybe you're gonna evolve like Pokemon do. Do you know what Pokemons are?
I've never met a Pokemon before.
Oh.
I know a Gigimon.
Have you? And then I'm gonna pull out my phone. Is there any sort of I'm a big Pokemon fan in the real world.
I'm sure you have some
I've
pictures of
saved some
Pokemon for
pictures.
wallpaper art.
I'm gonna show Doraemon a Pikachu. I'm like, this is Pikachu. He's a
Huh.
Pokemon.
I've never seen Digimon like that before. Kind of cute.
Very cute. But, you know, they don't talk. But you talk, which is what I like. Because I can have conversations with you. Do the other Doraemons talk too?
Mm-hmm. All the Digimon can talk.
Alright.
And
That's cool.
as you're kind of having this dialogue that you all pull up to outside of what looks like the still kind of smoldering area of a town. As you're looking at it, the whole town is not destroyed. Also, I realize I still have the nighttime ambience on. Bye, crickets. There we go. Keep the birds. Birds are great.
I was enjoying that.
I'm sorry, but we got birds instead.
All right.
And so as you're enjoying these birds, you're noticing the town itself isn't fully destroyed. It is slightly, like a section of it, the section you're in front of is ruined. It's shattered, burnt out, destroyed. But there's still parts of this village, this town, that aren't affected fully. What's much more noticeable is the fact that there are multiple giant Digimon rampaging all throughout the town in various parts of it. Seemingly at random, some smashing buildings, some attacking each other, just tearing things up all around them. Smaller Digimon are scattering and running in packs and groups.
I mean, we dealt with one of those things, but that many?
Maybe they could be nice.
Lalamon just says, they don't look real nice.
No, they don't. I just hold Lalama a little bit tighter.
Do you think maybe there's something we could do to help all the other ones get away?
Doraemon actually is the one who answers you surprisingly, Terriermon, as he hops out of Kian's grip and jumps down to Tyrannomon. Just, we have to. There are people in there. There are people in there who need help.
Okay. Let's go.
Terriermon hops off of Tyrannomon's nose, does a flip and lands. Like, yeah, let's get in there.
Go lead the way. I'll follow.
Doraemon is already preparing to take off running with Terriermon.
Okay.
Hey, has anybody ever thrown you like a sling?
Like a what?
Yeah.
And just goes sailing in a parabolic arc over Doraemon and Terriermon's head. It's just, what the? And just, Jellymon just sailing towards the middle of town. Tentacles flying all behind them, just flailing in the wind and everything. It's great.
Do we see because we have all these 5 Digimon like stomping everywhere. Do we see where the residents are from here?
Residents, this is what you might think are residents, are already scrambling and running in every direction. Not necessarily where you guys already are, because parts are already pretty ruined. Other parts of the town you can see, in the other parts, where the town becomes outskirts, people are already fleeing outward and making their way out. You can even see a couple Digimon are kind of ushering people out of the town or into certain places to kind of shelter down and hold. It's as you're saying that, though. Let me see who does it, though, specifically. It's the dice always know. Isabella, you are holding Lalamon and preparing to decide on what to do when you see a little piece of rubble shuffle and a little figure pop out from behind a destroyed building. It's a small brown, looks kind of like a bunny, except it's got pink at the end of its ears. It walks on 2 legs and has 3 small horns at the top of its head.
Lalamon, who's that?
Lalamon just looks over and says, I've seen her in town once. She's new here. And she'll kind of, excuse me! The small little figure whips its head around, ears swishing, and looks up. And takes off running.
Oh, no. No, we're here to help. Where are you going?
It scurries and hides behind a piece of rubble. It's still You see where it goes and hides behind, like clearly, but it's out of sight.
The horns are poking.
Yeah, the horns are still poking up out of the head, but it's you just.
Alama, do you want to go? Should we go check on them?
Well,
Or
our
should
friend,
we help the others?
Lalamon just says, "Well, they're already off, and someone's got to help her, so I guess we gotta, yeah."
Yeah.
Tyrannomon says, "I will go see what I can do about those heavier hitters. See if I can't knock one or two of them down. I live here, after all."
Good luck.
Same to you. And as he sets the last of you down, he rolls his shoulders a bit and takes off, running to the middle of town. You see a large figure that looks kind of almost like a Wendigo, almost, but it's sort of on, like kind of bent over almost. Tyrannomon just tackles it, and it just, poof, they smash into the ground, bringing up a big cloud of dust. And you could do, for the rest of, while you guys are here, you will hear constant dinosaur roars and other creature sounds as Tyrannomon tears apart and fights with these creatures. There it is right there. I got him, see? Even got my burning city sounds again. There we go. So, let's recap. Doramon, Kian, Terriermon, and Scarlet are taking off into the middle of heading in to go fight. Artie is running in behind Jellymon, who he has slingshotted towards that direction. Meanwhile, a interestingly noticed Lopmon is being investigated by Isabella and Lalamon. You are all entering into the town from different directions, the three of you going one way and Isabella going your other way. Thankfully, this part of the village is kind of burnt out, isn't really that big, and so, Isabella, where you're going to get Lopmon kind of takes you in the same direction as the other three, mostly.
Yeah.
Jellymon lands with a big kind of, lands, pancakes, and then backs up, kind of pops back up into themselves as the rest of you arrive. Turns on Artie and just death glares. I'm gonna get you for that. Just, I did. I'm gonna get you for that one.
You got bigger problems to worry about. Gestures towards nearest large Digimon.
It's actually hilarious you say that. Isabella, you are coming behind this piece of rubble to check where this Lalamon is. Are you calling out to her as you're doing so? Not Lalamon. Lopmon, my bad.
Lopmon.
Crystal,
I think when I get close enough to be able to, aggressively whisper, because obviously Lopmon knows what they're doing by hiding. And I don't want to blow their cover, because I, too, may enjoy hiding. So, we're just kind of trying to see where they went, and once we're close enough, I'll just be like, "We're friends. I promise. We're gonna try to help."
So as you're coming close, this creature, basically just kind of or Lopmon, which I think we can call them by Lopmon from now on. Lopmon starts to kind of shrink behind this piece of rubble as you're approaching. They're not running from you anymore, but still kind of hiding a little bit. Just, what's your name?
My name's Isabella, and this is Lalamon.
Lalamon's kind of just a little hand wave. Lopmon just goes, Isabella, and I've seen you in the village. Lalamon quickly nods her head a whole bunch. I'm Lopmon. I'm looking for my friend. And that kind of gets cut off as you all can start to hear a pall of buzzing build up all around you. Almost like, insect wings. As a couple of things pop up all around you. The first are a couple of, roughly maybe, if puppies could stand upright, puppy-sized, yellow, almost ladybug-like beetles with claw-like hands and buzzing wings behind them. They have wide bug eyes and sort of angly, almost like lightning bolt little antenna as 3 or 4 of them all buzz up in groups around the 4 of you. And as they buzz up, you all feel the ground shake a bit as rubble gets tossed up and a massive, what looks like a giant red beetle but with a humanoid body, bursts out of the rubble, wings, and I mean humanoid in like bipedal, not like literal human body. That'd be gross.
Right, because that's what I thought in my head, and I was like,
no,
what?
I realized, I saw the face, and I'm like, it's not a, like, bug tar. That'd be gross. No, it's a, I'll get you pictures. Stay tight. Don't worry about it. Any case, massive, large, red beetle-like Digimon breaks out. It has a huge pincer jaw that's kind of snapping in and out the air. Its wings blare behind it as it prepares itself for flight and starts to kind of hover up. It juts around, and it's almost the moment you all kind of cross that point where you're fully in the village, almost like you couldn't see it because it went so high in the clouds you didn't really notice it in the backdrop of the village. In the middle of the village, spiraling high up into the clouds, almost looking like a large rectangular skyscraper. The windows of pure blue data feed is a massive black tower.
Is that Kawagamon?
It sure is Kawagamon.
Hey,
That isn't good.
that was
I
not
am
here
so-
before, right?
I don't know who that is, so I'm not sufficiently terrified.
Don't worry, I'm gonna terrify you. As that's happening, as I'm terrifying Glaza, so I think it's actually, again, it's Lalamon who actually pipes up no, Lalamon's still over there with you all. No, Jellymon will pipe up. Jellymon's been in the village. Jellymon will pipe up and just, I was here not too long ago. No, that definitely wasn't here.
First things first, gang. Let's kick some ass!
Hi.
And as you are prepping to kick some ass, sounds like friends, it's time for just about everybody to roll some initiative. Actually, before that happens, though, Isabella, the buzzing is happening around all of you, obviously. You're kind of crouched down with Lalamon and Lopmon down under some cover. Doesn't seem like they've immediately noticed you. You jumping in the fray? Or are you sitting by for a little bit?
We are going to probably go at the towards the end. We'd sit by and watch what happens and see if it's necessary for me to leave Lopmon. Because right now it's like I don't want anything to sneak up on Lopmon and get them as long as they don't have their friend here. So I am hesitant to join the fray, but will do so if necessary.
All right then, loves. As you're ducking in and hanging in and waiting out for the hide, we get a little vibe going. It's time for us to roll some initiative. As a reminder, you simply roll. I think it's is it your brain stat? I say reminder like I don't need a reminder myself.
Your initiative stat?
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah, whatever that stat is.
Or there is just an initiative for Doromon.
Yeah, so then you're gonna roll that many die,
Alright.
and tell me how many successes you get. I'm gonna do the very same for my 2 groups I got here. These guys right here only get these many die. They got 1 success. This guy here gets this many die. He's got 4 successes.
And successes 4 and above?
4 and above.
2
Two
success.
sixes.
2 sixes.
Wow.
Oh, let me
1.
bump up the old critical gauge.
I also got 2 successes and 1 6.
That's bumping it up by 3. All right, so we got 2 successes, 1 success, 0 successes. And then I've got 4 on my side, and so I guess my guy wins it all, so my guy gets to go first. So, Kawagamon clearly has you all on the ropes and is already ready to come blaring in and charging. Kawagamon is going to look around at the group who are all buzzing about him, these little small Tentomon figures that are all buzzing about him, and roar at them. They'll all kind of make a bit of room, and you'll see him charge at you all. He is a big boy, and so he's going to swing at the 2 who came in first. Doromon and Terriermon. So here comes that attack roll real quick. Boop. Let me get the, So he's actually going to come at you guys flying with his wings, and open up his massive fist to try to take in you both, utilizing both his strength to add 2 more die here. So he has 5 die rolling for his attack. You are going to go ahead and roll your defense die.
Dodge.
Please note you are rolling at setback.
So we roll dodge.
What does that mean?
So you're looking for 5 pluses rather than 4 pluses when attacking, when rolling against Kawagamon, as he is the champion level.
Fine.
So we roll dodge, but we're looking for 5 or 6s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, let me roll my dodge.
2
Oh, wait.
successes, 1 6.
I'm sorry, I'm wrong. You don't roll your dodge die. I'm pretty sure you just. Yeah, I'm trying to beat that number. I'm pretty sure.
My dodge is really low.
Oh, well then never mind.
that-
Go ahead and do the thing. I
Yeah,
already
that
said
would
to.
be very easy.
You're right. Never mind. What you got for me? Go ahead. What you got?
I got no success.
Uh-oh. Acres.
Wait, are we rolling dodge or not?
Yes, go ahead and roll.
I got 2 successes, 1 6.
So I'm gonna up the critical gauge. You both fail though.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, the quick ref says when a PC Animon is attacked, they make a dodge roll using their dodge score and relevant qualities.
Yep. Sounds right. So then I need both of you to take 8 damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay.
Where do we put that in? Oh, it's the HP. All right, that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, mine's not looking good.
So yeah, Kawagamon's pincers come in and snatch up both Doramon and Terriermon, ring them around a bit, and then fling them back to the ground. They bounce a little bit and just look a little beat up. Oh! Oh, he's angry, Terriermon says, getting up. And I'm gonna popcorn over to... Let's do Kian and Doramon first.
Right. Well, I'm going to make Doramon do Cannonball.
Alright. Doramon gets up,
Cannonball!
coughs a little, Cannonball! And blasts out that large metal sphere out of their mouth.
Okay. How do we roll for this again? I'm sorry.
Your signature attack is going to be your signature attack die plus. It's going to be like whatever attack roll you're using. So, assuming you are attacking from range,
Yes.
you're going to use your brain stat. You're going to roll plus extra number of die for your signature attack, which is 1 more. So, whatever your brain stat is,
so like-
plus 1 more die.
So, like,
Fox-
if my brain is 4, I add +1.
So, you roll 5
Cannonball,
die.
right? Okay. So that's 3 successes with a 6.
That's another 6. Let me up the critical gauge a little bit more.
I think you missed upping the critical
I did.
gauge for one of
Yeah.
Acres.
I did it. I didn't move it over. That's all. We're good. It's on crit gauge. You guys are on crit gauge 5 right now. And that you said you had 3 6s.
No, only 1. 3 successes, 1 6.
That's a hit. What's your damage number?
Also, 8.
Oof. Doramon's cannonball blast and smacks right in the space between Kawagamon's pincers. He reels back some, clearly very hurt by that. Let me do math real quick. Got it. He passed it 2. I guess he, yeah, he passed it 2.
Oh, sorry.
You got
me deciding who to pass it to.
Yes.
I'm going to pass it to Terriermon.
All right, Scarlet, Terriermon, what's happening?
Okay, so, Scarlet looks alarmed by how injured Terriermon is after that one, bite, and is starting to, like, move toward him to try and, like, get him out of there when I imagine Terriermon just, like, lifts up into the air and, above, Kurogomon, and then, will attack him with, will let out a giant belch of, fire, toward him.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay.
As Scarlet, you watch Terriermon leap into the air. Even as you're trying to walk towards him, he leaps up and blasts out a belch of fire at Kawagamon.
Do I get the benefit from my flight from this?
Sure.
Okay, so then that's... Oh, would you say this is agility or power?
I'm gonna say it's agility.
Agility? Okay. So that's, 2 successes, 1 6.
You got him.
Nice. Oh, wait, I forgot 1 dice for my rank of my,
Roll see if you get a 6.
for my signature attack, yeah.
Rolls against X.
Same result.
No. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Well, in that case, I'm gonna up the creature one more. What's your damage?
8.
And what's your special effect on your? Oh, yeah, never mind. You're fine. Never mind. 8.
Yeah, it's fire.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. So, Kawagamon again. Fire pelts down on him. It smacks into him, and he looks very, very unhappy about that, but shakes his head to kind of try to clear it, and pass it on.
Over to you, Foxy.
All right. There are a group of Tentamon who are gathered up. Jellymon, as Kawagamon are attacking your two friends, Tentamon start moving themselves down towards you. There's about 3 or 4 of them. 2 of them start kind of gathering up in a group around you. Jellymon is definitely trying to defend themselves, but you notice that it's a bit harder to defend against multiple of them than it is for one. Let me go ahead and roll their attack. No successes. As they...
Well,
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna tie, so I beat. Great.
Yep.
Wait, I'm gonna roll anyway, in case I roll 6s.
Sure, but you sure should.
I don't.
Well, yeah, so they are coming down on you and trying to, to attack into you, but they cannot seem to get the hit off. They are going to pass it over to you.
Okay, one thing I would like to do on my turn is, I'm curious, I'm gonna take out my Digivice and I'm gonna scan Kawagamon.
Mm-hmm. Can you quickly give me a... Nope, never mind. You already have the picture. So scanning Kawagamon, you'll see, obviously, after a bit pops up, Kawagamon, type, Earth, classification, insects, and then, and level, champion. Which you would know makes him as strong as Tyrannomon easily.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna focus my attention on some of these, Tentamon.
Do it!
Yeah, she's just gonna bounce around and like, try to pinball off of them. Just, like, smacking into everybody that she can.
Go for it.
Cool. Is that agility, you think?
I'd say agility, why not?
Okay. That's no successes.
Well, you beat him, so...
Wait, no successes to no successes would mean...
That means they win. No, sorry, the rules of Animon are players always win ties. So...
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, then I think that's, So, if I'm not using an attack, do I still do 6 damage?
Yep.
I guess that's separate from the signature attack.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I do 6 damage.
Cool. One of them sprawls out, and so all of them go sprawling. One of them hits a wall, bounces, lands, doesn't get back up. Unconscious, clearly not seriously hurt. The rest are kind of like buzzing around, scattering. One of them just, don't hurt him, don't hurt him, don't hurt him. He's not like himself right now.
Don't sweat it. Digimon.
Tentomon.
Tentom. You got it.
One of them
Bug.
says, don't hurt Kawagamon. He's not himself, please.
What if we hurt him just enough so that he comes to his senses?
He bristles and lightning shivers around his antenna. I won't let you.
Look, we dealt with this already. Tyrannomon was going on a rampage in the woods.
You see behind, as you point behind, Tyrannomon pick up a Wendigomon and just suplex him into the ground.
And now, he was a bus to get us over here.
What's a bus?
He carried us on his back.
Oh! And they kind of like looks back at the other Tentamon. This is where I'm going to let you know to expose their weaknesses. Meaning that if you can do, so the way weaknesses work in this game, when you expose someone's weaknesses, when you do a thing that would make someone's weaknesses like affect your attack or whatever, they roll with less die. Tentamon have two weaknesses, timid and panicky. So as you can see, this one trying to like maybe talk the other couple of them into letting you all back down, or just like maybe we should. I don't know. And it's just like, oh, I don't know. I don't. What do you? Just kind of like idly babbling like four introverts in a conversation.
Wait, if you'll let me.
Mm-hmm.
Look, punks, you're either gonna get out of our way, or we're gonna beat the crap out of you and move on to him.
Jellymon just flips their tentacles some and just like,
yeah,
come on
they
then.
rolled their arms like Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Tentamon look kind of still back and forth and nervous, and we have one last group to come to real quick because we haven't checked in on Isabella. What are you doing?
It's me.
It's you.
Upon hearing that they don't feel like themselves, I'm gonna dig through my stuff a little bit and look at my first aid kit that I had brought with.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something I brought.
Yeah.
Oh wait, nope, I decided not to bring that. Just kidding.
Never mind.
I have my bag of seeds and a chocolate bar.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, that's healing. So I'm gonna look to Lalamon and just be like, is there anything we can do to like make the bad stuff go away? Or unlike what we did with Tyrannomon, is there a way to heal them? And Lalamon does have the healing touch quality.
Lalamon.
Don't know if that applies here.
Lalamon just kind of looks at their small hands and just, I can probably, if I get a good grip on them in enough time. I wish I had bigger hands.
That's okay. I'll carry you and we'll do it together.
Are you picking up Lalamon and running towards Quagamon?
I am, and I'm going to look at my new friend Lotmon and be like, stay hidden.
All right then. In that case, this is so perfect timing here. Can you quickly roll me? And what's the human? I think it's like reflexes or dexterity, something like that. There's a term.
Reflex.
Reflexes. There we go. Go ahead and roll me. I should stop second guessing myself. Go ahead and roll me a reflex check.
664.
Oof, that's good numbers. Let's see if Quagamon can beat him. As you're running towards Quagamon, you'll see him kind of flare with that same gross black ooze you saw leaving Tyrannomon when you were fighting him. Mm-hmm. And he'll swing at you. So that's 6 successes. Here's what happens. Isabella, you are holding Lalamon, eyes closed, running straight at Quagamon, just like, gonna get you there, we're gonna get this done. You open your eyes up, looking back at Lotmon, who is looking at you, and her giant bunny eyes are somehow even wider in panic. As you almost in slow motion turn back around and see the two massive scythe jaws of Quagamon on either side of you. And you think,
oh no.
Oh no. And you're like, am I gonna? And in your pocket, you don't notice a bright, glowing light leaving where you tucked away your Digivice. And in your hands, the reason why you don't notice that bright glowing light in your pocket is because you are holding an even brighter glowing light that is Lalamon.
Lalamon, what's happening?
Time. Like, oh, come on.
She pops out of your hands, and a flare of light erupts all around all of you. Elizabeth, you're so close. Sorry, Isabella, you're so close. You have to literally avert your eyes. And when it settles, you can hear a boom as two large feet land on the ground. Decidedly much bigger than Lalamon's. As in front of you is a tall, humanoid sunflower plant standing several feet above you with long, gangly arms and just the happiest smile on its face.
So stupid, right? That's so.
And it has both arms out, and it's catching both of Kawagamon's pincers, one side or the other, and looks up. Sunflowmon. And it's holding Kawagamon's jaws and keeping you safe.
Are you frozen?
There's mild panic, and hi, Mama
Ian!
over here.
Kian, help!
We were here to heal.
I look at Doramon.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Doramon. Can you do that?
Doramon will come back to you. What's up? Doramon. Sunflowmon looks back at you, Isabella, and just, it's me, Isabella. I won't let him hurt you. And it's still holding those jaws back. Doramon is looking up at you, Kian, and is like, I don't know, but I want to. Can you help me?
Do I just think really, really hard and wish really, really hard?
I don't know.
All right, well, let's hold hands and really close our eyes and hope for the best.
Okay. And he grabs onto your hands with his little dragon hands and is just like closing his eyes and like squeezing really, really hard.
I don't know.
And
what do I do?
Kian, in your pocket, you feel, or you can't really see because your eyes are closed, but you all, the rest of you around, would notice there's a glowing light coming out of Kian's pocket. And then Doramon begins to glow a bright white light. And there's a burst of light energy all around all of you. And when you open your eyes again, Kian, you are not holding hands anymore. You have your, like, hands on the side of something's palms as what looks like, well, Doramon, but bigger, with a brighter gem on its head, longer claws, and twin short black wings sprouting from its back, looks at you and smiles with a mouth full of fangs, tufts of fire going off from either side. Darugamon.
Nice!
Huh?
You did it!
I did it! And it whips around. I'm gonna go help!
Yeah, go!
And just like looking at the wings and like flipping them a little bit, and then just like going off running, and before long, just with a nice leap, starts flinging off with its wings together. And so Sunflowmon effectively picks up Kawagamon, like grips him by both tendrils, lifts him up, and drops him back down so the pincers close up above your head. Isabella, you're safe. Obviously, you're fine. And the rest of you are all looking as, well, there are two what look like brand new Digimon amongst your midst.
I'm gonna try to scan it, like, really slowly while they're fighting.
Move my sister!
Oh, right!
And
I just grab and pull Isabella away while I also scan. You're right!
Isabella, you get pulled back. Kian, you're scanning Darugamon, and well, you get information. Darugamon, type fire, steel, still, classification dragon, level champion.
Oh.
And similarly, Isabella, two things happen for you. One, as you pull back, you see your Digivice now glowing in your pocket. You pull it out, and information pops up. Sunflowmon, element nature, type plant, type plant, level champion. Additionally, you look over in that corner where Lopmon was. She's not there anymore.
So much panic all at once. Where's Lamon? Oh God. Sunflowmon, I've got to find Lapon, and I'm going to run.
Go! I've got this.
Okay.
I am shell-shocked and just watching this whole thing.
there is a duel going on between two champion-level Digimon and another one as Dorugamon and Sunflowmon begin brawling with Kawagamon. Jellymon is still, like, kind of facing off against the Tentomon, who are all kind of, like, definitely still looking skittish, but you've now threatened them, Art, and... Art, can you roll Spirit for me real quick? You also might want to unmute yourself.
I sure can. Can I add one for harsh words?
Fuck yeah, you can.
I called them a bunch of punks.
You sure did.
That's one of the meanest
That's
things
so
you can say
hard.
in Digimon.
Sure is.
You punk.
That's 2 successes, 1 6.
All right. And they sure didn't get any successes with the 1 die they had to roll for that. So, as I up your critical gauge one more time, the Tentomon all kind of begin to buzz backwards. Like, they clearly still want to defend Kawagamon, but also definitely do not want to fight you at the fuck all. Terriermon, meanwhile, has kind of landed next to you, Scarlet, after, like, coming down from the attack. He gets up like he wants to keep fighting, and then stumbles a bit. Looks pretty banged up, but he's still rearing to go like he wants to keep fighting.
Scarlet's gonna, like, shake her head and, like, kind of, like, put her hands around him and be like, you can't keep fighting right now.
He is squirming in your arms. Come on, let me at him. I got him. I'll get him this time. Let me at him. Come on, I gotta help.
You're hurt.
I don't care. I'm fine. Let me go.
Scarlet starts dragging him away.
The good thing is, given his weakened state, there is no way he can fight his way out of your grip right now, and you begin dragging him away from the fight. I'm going to do a weird thing here and say that something fun happens. And that's going to be because it didn't happen last time, and I really was hoping it happened in the first episode, and it didn't. Friends, I'm giving you max critical gauge right now. Specifically because 2 things will happen. The first, as this duel is happening between these champion levels, Kawagamon comes down, Sunflowmon ducks, and then brings their arm straight across that gangly hand, just stretching and slapping with the loudest sound straight across Kawagamon's face. Kawagamon spins and goes into, like, out of control as he's flying.
Do I flavor that slightly differently?
Yes, of course.
Just because it's one of Sunflowmon's moves.
Oh, I know. That's why I went for it.
Not reaching with the hand to slap, but fully twisting his face back around.
Mm-hmm.
The beaming smile across his face just goes and bitch slaps It's smiley slap.
Smiley slap!
Into...
And he goes spinning up in the air, and then Darugamon, who is also kind of already up in the air, having gotten the hang of flying finally with several times, begins to kind of breathe in more and more. You can see fire kind of bristle up. Cannon Buster! And 3 or 4, like, large steel volleys fire from their mouth and all begin to impact into Kawagamon, slowly, like, battering him down until he collapses into, like, the rubble, tries to struggle a bit, and then lands again, the black mist kind of rising and leaving from him. More interestingly, though, you all can now clearly see that giant black tower in the distance. And there's this icky feeling emanating off of it. Like, have you ever had an argument with someone you know you didn't win? Like something got said, and then you're like, man, I really didn't have a good comeback for that. My comeback for that sucked. I lost that argument, and I feel horrible about it. But you can't take it back. So you just have that kind of gross feeling sitting in you for a while. It feels like that gnawing at the back of you as you look around at this, as you are in the vicinity of this tower. The Tentomon, who are still buzzing around you, look over at Kawagamon, who is now clearly on the ground and unconscious, and just, the tower! It made them all go wild!
Someone blow it up!
All your Digimon, even so, Terriermon, who like stops kind of struggling, and just Scarlet, I got one more in me. Can I help out? Just a little?
She sighs. It's like, don't. I don't want you to, but don't get hurt. And then she'll let him go.
He worms his way down and just can't get hurt. I'm me. And he turns and looks at you all. Your 4 Digimon, including the 2 new champions, all kind of lock eyes. And please, each of you describe how it looks like when your Digimon unleashes their special attack on this black tower. One at a time. Whoever feels comfortable.
So I guess Terriermon kind of like jumps up into the air a little bit and just kind of like... Is Lotmon gone?
Yep. Lotmon is
Okay.
nowhere to be seen.
Okay. So, yeah, Terriermon would just hop up by himself and, like, you know, I guess with all his effort, like, with all of his effort, kind of like just like punch forward with his ears and send a tornado toward the Black Tower.
Yeah, a tornado spirals out from Terriermon's of ears as it spins towards the tower and begins to gather with the rest of the attacks. Rest of you, go for it.
As that tornado shoots off, we cut back to Terriermon as a little foot presses directly on his forehead, leaping off of him, bouncing off of like Sunflamon's forehead as well, and just like careening like a missile towards the tower. Volt Knuckle!
There's moving with the tornado is Jellymon traveling with electrified knuckle flying towards the tower. There's 2 left.
I'm going to tell Darugumon to cannon. Well, I don't know what other stuff that Darugumon can do.
Cannon Buster is the name of his new attack.
All right, well, cannonball it.
Yeah, Darugumon will roar and then spiral like in a wide loop, and as he comes up again, just Cannon Buster and fires another volley of blasts towards that. Like it just they get like pick up into the whirlwind that's surrounding Jellymon, and now it's spiraling along with the tornado. And of course, that leaves just 1 left.
So do I just have Smiley slap
You
right
have
now?
whatever you want to have right now.
Okay. Just kidding. So, within
Use solar
like,
beam.
Well, you have access to your
It's
lower
called-
form attack.
Sunshine Beam.
Exactly.
And like within the tornado, once some of the Digimon have gotten a little bit further in it that are traveling like with the tornado, from the inside, there's going to be a beautiful beam of sunshine as Sunflame shouts, "Sunshine Beam!"
It just blasts straight out from their face. A giant, bright, sunny light mixes in with this twirling tornado, this electrified jellyfish knuckle, and the multiple metal balls of cannon fire. It collapses, careens, and burrows straight through this tower, erupting out of the other side in a shower of black, corrupted data that doesn't close up. You watch as it kind of tears and sinews off to one side, and the whole tower just and slams over. Already, as you and Jellymon were kind of close to it, the tower lands not too far from you, and you can see as all the blue screens, kind of like windows, begin to go out on this skyscraper. The one right kind of in front of you, before it goes out, shows a comment on a random website from Goated Healer 4269. And then it's gone.
In Artie's mind, the conspiracy board forms. And a single red thread is taken from Goated Healer 42069 to Big Black Tower, and then circled with permanent marker, and the note, something's going on. Already has a logic of 2. I just feel like that's worth shouting out in this morning.
I love that for you, actually.
Oh, we're the dumb twins.
Aw, we love you, dumb twins.
Cool.
I've got good heart.
And so, as you all settle from this scene, watching this tower collapse, careen over to one side, and smash to the ground, you all watch as your Digimon begin to gather up. Darugamon, who again is decently bigger than Doramon, where Doramon maybe came to like a little bit shorter than you, maybe Kian. Darugamon's got a good foot or so on you. Stunflowmon is tall as shit. Like, good 7-8 feet tall, just lanky. And they slink on over all of you. And you'll watch as that light envelops both of them again. And as it fades, give me 1 second. As it fades, that's a long one. You'll see Doramon and Lalamon both looking very tuckered out. Just, oy, oof. I could use a snack.
And I bring out one of the berries that the mango berries, and I give it to Doramon. Here.
He hums it.
Lulamon, do you like berries? I mean, if it's okay. And I look at Isabella.
Should be.
Okay.
Lalamon tiredly takes on and begins to like slowly nibble on it. Thank you.
Ellymon, how big do you get?
I've never done that before. I don't know.
Okay, but how big are you gonna be like a big jellyfish shark?
I mean, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But like, what if I'm like one of those? I don't know the word. One of those super cool. It's a word for a lady who's like real badass.
Witch?
No, it's
Fatao.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw it once. On one of these, actually.
On the tower?
Yeah, I saw one somewhere, and it had that written on it. I don't know.
Are you okay, Glyza?
No, clearly not.
Audie, are you okay?
I don't know what broke you there.
I'm also not sure, actually. Are you all right, Fred? What's... No, nope. All right, we're going to break again. Oh, no.
That's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
No, are you okay? Okay.
Artie is just gonna kind of like sit with that information, try to form a question, put it away, and then be like, I think I'd prefer the shark?
Eh.
Seems like
What
something.
are y'all staring for?
I don't know. It just seems like something that like we won't be able to control, and we'll just have to find out.
Hope I get real cool when I turn, Terriermon says.
I think you just have to wish really, really hard. That's what Doramon and I did.
Terriermon is like, and you just kind of hear him toot a little bit. Was that it?
Sorry, buddy.
Oh.
Scarlet's just gonna go up and like.
I don't think you're gonna get any bigger. I think your ears are just gonna get longer.
Oh.
No, it's okay. Big wings. You might be able to fly.
Yeah,
can
you
already
do like
do that.
A jet.
He kind of like,
Or you could get bigger. You could. Like, look how small Lalamon is.
Lalamon kind of just like tirely nods.
I pick her up because she's so tired.
Given how small Lalamon is, that's like an entire body motion.
It's all of Lalamon just moving.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
What do you think you'll become?
Maybe I'll get like missiles and like lasers and like I don't know. What are those things humans wear? Pointing at your legs.
Pants?
Pants?
Scarlet just gets like a surprise expression. Wait, what do you mean you can? Wait,
That's
where
what
would
you should aspire to.
Where would you get pants from?
He's like, where did Doramon get the wings from?
Hey, are y'all
I mean,
naked?
Sunflower Mom didn't get pants.
Terriermon looks over at Lalamon and cocks his head. Clearly very deep in thought about this. The ratio of Digivolution to pants gaining ratio. It's clearly very deep on his mind at this moment.
Jellymon, are those pants or are those your legs?
Jellymon kind of wobbles a leg a bit. Leg, I think, sure.
Y'all weird.
You're weird.
So Scarlet just bends down.
You're weird.
You're weird.
And, like,
They start fighting.
and hands Terriermon a fruit.
Terriermon noms on one and lets go and just says, "Thanks for not letting me go. I'm kind of banged up."
Scarlet just nods and will, just hug him for a moment.
He hugs back.
And then she'll just sigh. What do we do now?
Now, well, we should probably find Gabumon, Jellymon says.
Who?
Well, he's kind of in charge around here. Doramon says, "Yeah, I think I saw him helping people out over in the east over there, where Tyrannomon went off."
Oh, that's right. How'd Tyrannomon do?
You look over and there are, you assume the other Digimon would have probably calmed down once the tower went down. That's probably like your immediate anime logic thought. You don't really know whether that's true or not because Tyrannomon is standing around 4 or 5 unconscious large Digimon, just huffing in breath.
Nice.
He throws
Good work.
throws you a giant thumbs up. He only has 3 fingers, so it looks a little bit weird, but you know.
Just like I taught you. Good work.
You're doing it.
Just like I taught you. And so, as we reach our moment of conclusion, moment of ending. I don't know. I had a word there. I lost it. It's fine. It happens.
Epilogue?
Epilogue. Let's do that. That's the good word I want. So, the village burns out. The smoke billowing off under the clouds as all around you, people are already beginning to pick what they can out of the rubble and make their way towards finding loved ones. There's a commotion, but you all know where you're going and who you have to meet. Hopefully, they're welcoming and can give you some direction in this strange, strange world. We, of course, cut last to one final scene, without going too far. Just outside of the scorched out wreck of part of the village, a small stubby pair of brown legs runs in a singular direction. Trips a bit, stumbles, gets back up, continues to run. Long, brown and pink ears flopping behind her in the distance. She slams and wraps her legs around what looks like, well, a leg of some kind. A boot, even. "You found me! You found me!" "Yeah, told you I would, kid. Did you miss me?" And Lopmon kind of tightens their grip and just, "Don't ever leave me alone again, Daisuke. I don't want to lose anybody else." And as the camera pans up, a trench-coated, small, young teen boy wearing sunglasses with a necklace dangling from his neck, and one more Digimon behind him says, "Yeah, my bad. Come on, I have work to do." And the three of them go walking off.
Digimon look like? What does the other Digimon look like?
The other Digimon is, well, when last we saw them in an epilogue, they were in a different form. But in this form, they look like a small, almost hard to describe. Imagine like a small, white and kind of purplish, fluffy creature with long bits of ears. The most distinguishing thing about them, minus the small patches of purple and pink on them and their large eyes, are the kind of crescent moon-shaped crest at the top of their head. It's a Lunamon.
It's a lot of rabbit Digimon.
I mean, there are lots of rabbit Digimon.
Yeah.
And when thinking about that, I believe this is where we bring our tale today to a close. Friends, thank you for coming along to the second episode of With the Will, where we've already seen our first, not one, but two Digivolutions. Corndog and Glyza, I look forward to working with you to level up Lalamon and Dorumon to their champion forms, as we'll be doing sometime in the near future. Very excited for that. Each of you can please go ahead and mark off 3 XP. 2 for tackling Kawagamon, and 1 for saving the village and defeating the Black Spire. Enjoy that 3 XP as you need. And as we prepare ourselves to get on out of here, please make sure you go around one last time. We'll go the opposite way this time, starting off on the left there with Corndog. Go ahead and tell us who you are, who you played today, who your partner was, where you can be found on the internet, and what else you got coming up for us. Take it away, darling.
It's me, Corndog McGraw. You can find me on the internet at Corndog McGraw or Coach Corndog, depending on what social media you're on. Tomorrow night, I will be over on TPK Roleplay playing Juno, the Twilight Domain cleric. I do my best as a cleric. Other than that, I'm not in a whole lot right now. The world is on fire. Support those around you with the uterus. Thank you.
Simple as that.
That is all.
Sliding around, and yet again give you our love and respect to our darlings for you cannot join us because they are getting the sleepy sleeps. Hope you're resting well, baby. Mwah. Going to the bottom there of your screen, the incomparable J.A. Akers.
Hello, I'm Jay Akers, and my Twitter is also Jay Akers, though I don't really post on there a lot. And the only thing I'm in right now is this Riv the Will, and I guess you'll be able to see me then, I guess, in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Those weeks. Always happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us as your first campaign with us. You've been doing great so far. I'm so glad to have you along for this ride. Keeping it moving, grooving, and going and flowing at the, I guess, angular right bottom of your screen. I don't know. You know them. You love them. They're amazing. I have nothing but great things to say about them. Hi, Glyza.
Hey, I'm Glyza, they, them, and today I got to play Kian. I'm trying to get as much TTRPG what's the word? Whatever. There's a word. There's like Easter eggs!
There you go.
There we go.
You got it. Nailed it.
That's the word. Yeah. Doraemon is my new best friend. I have never watched Digimon. I should probably watch it so I understand what's happening. But I am a person of many hats. I'm a podcast host, I'm a writer, I'm a variety streamer, a talk show host of a show called Trial Run. It's a show where I interview different TTRPG personalities, creators, players, GMs, and everything else in between. I create a character with them and run them through a quick one-shot. Also, today, the casting for the Monster Care Squad prequel with the support of the creator and with Brandy Rose as well. You know, that's open. So if you check out Twitter, you can see the casting for it. I'm very, very excited and not at all nervous, but it's okay because I'm not DMing this time around. But I will be doing something special. Tomorrow, you will be seeing me on Atomic Zero's channel for Esper Genesis, where I play Moira, the scholar that's turned into a space ninja. And then on Friday, I will be playing the daughter of Morpheus on a Scion game on Lawful Good Media, also on Twitch. And then on Saturday, I will be continuing my little charity stream for reproductive rights, where me and a couple of my friends are going to be dating dragons. I am not playing a dragon. We're not playing a dragon. We are dating dragons as a human being. It is beautiful and perfect and great. And that's it.
Listen, if anyone here can be said, this community supports dragon fuckers, all right? That's the thing we're clearly okay with. Speaking of which, Furman.
I was wondering, like, what's that mean? Hey, y'all, I'm Legendary Vermin. You can find me as Legendary Vermin on all the places on the internet that matter. That is, of course, Itch, Twitch, Twitter, and I suppose YouTube. If you want to see me flirting with and then fading to black to fuck a dragon, check out my YouTube videos. I've got a backlog of all of the streams that I think I have ever done in this medium. It's a great time. I have shows coming up. If you can't remember things that were told to you once, forever, and ever, you can go to my website, legendaryvermin.com/live, and see all of my upcoming shows. Next thing I have going on is on Wednesday the 6th. You can find me over on TBK Roleplay for the grand finale of The Hubris of Man, which is an ongoing Alien the RPG campaign. It's so fun. I play a big mute lady with a harpoon gun and a smart gun, and my best friend is a tiny little nerd who can't help but get in trouble. Foxy's got something to say.
Watch Hubris. That is all.
There's going to be another episode of With the Will in 2 weeks on the 13th. But then, the long-awaited return of Frozen Rain comes stomping, crushing, throwing all the debris in the air on July the 16th. That is a Saturday. It's going to be so good. We've been quietly commissioning a bunch of art in the background. It's gorgeous. And you'll get to see those mechs unveiled, I believe, as a part of that game. Finally, there's a couple things coming up on the horizon that I'm really, really passionate about. The first that I'll mention is there is in the works a game of Armor Aster that's going to be appearing here in the near future, I believe. It's a very quick turnaround time. It's another charity series. Please, please, please come out and support us for that. And later on, I am going to be GMing my first game. It is called The World Within You. It is a Void Heart Symphony game. And we are going to be taking a hard look at the awful pieces of the world, and we're going to take a fucking sledgehammer to them.
Fuck yeah.
So join us for that. We're gonna punch fascists in their psychodramas.
Hell yeah.
And ruin the hell out of them.
I mean, what else even there is there to say? Vermin's booked, busy, and bopping. I mean, what else is there to really go on beyond that, you mean? Folks, if you don't know who I am by now, welcome for the first time to Neon Lights Roleplay. I'm Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite fox, Philly's finest. I can be found on the internet at Fox Eternal, FOXXII. Eternal's about the way it normally is. Next place you'll see me at is directly tomorrow. I'll be over on Weave the Tale for Into the Stormlands. We're finally coming back, actually, for our Pathfinder 2E campaign where I play an Anati rogue. It's now been revealed I'm a giant spider, which is pretty cool. Outside of that, you'll catch me in a few other places, most of which are pretty awesome and important, and a lot of which are here. You'll see me for Kindred of Fog City, our Vampire the Masquerade campaign. You'll see me for With the Will, for Stardust Ghosts. And as mentioned, starting on July 8th, the night of July 8th, and for the 4 Fridays of July, you will see myself, Legendary Vermin, Classical Glyza, Kinder Writing, aka Tate Washburn, the Leona Maple, and its Chouse, playing Armor Aster as we support and raise money for reproductive rights charity. We're gonna get in giant robots and punch fucking fascists. It's gonna be fantastic, and you get to be there for all of it. Cannot wait to share more content. We have so much new shit on the way. New GMs I can't even talk to y'all about yet, but just to give y'all a little taste. As I already mentioned, Legendary Vermin is going to be bringing Void Heart Symphony to us, but just to throw some other names out, people are going to be running things for us. Meg Mysteria might have a little something coming up real soon. Like a little something. We already got some Turk coming up, but in case anybody heard, a certain classic member of Neon Lights, Tate Washburn, might be at some point very soon making his GM return to the table here at Neon Lights. So, a lot of great things coming forward for us.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
Let me in.
We'll talk. Don't you worry. With that said, this is With the Will. I'm Young Foxy. These are 4 incredible people, and we have a 5th who's normally with us. They are all the cast who make this show work in the way that it does. I thank them for being here. I thank you all for coming to watch us, and I hope everyone, both here and elsewhere, has a wonderful evening. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.